It won't go away.
How's it going? This is Jethro from Transformative Principal, and today Danny and I are going to talk about how to make your meetings better through asking open-ended questions and avoiding playing the politics game. I hope you enjoy this Q&A, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.
I will be the best girl in this.
Well, hey, this is Danny from Better Leaders, Better Schools, joined with my good friend Jethro Jones from the Transformative Principal. And we've been talking about tips for better meetings for the last number of videos. We're going to round it up today. Jethro's going to address, thank God, right? Jethro's going to address open-ended questions. I'm going to talk about stop playing politics. And then Jethro's going to round up today's video with a pretty cool offer about having a great year, maybe even the best year ever. So Jethro,
hey, it could happen.
Hey, it can happen, right? So yeah, talk to us about open-ended questions.
Well, I remember when we first started, we were like, let's do this in like 4 weeks. It'll be a 4-part series. And now, you know, we've been going on for over a month, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And so my part of this is asking open-ended questions. And especially if you're the principal or the leader of this meeting or whatever's going on, if you're not careful with how you ask questions, then you're going to totally guide the whole entire conversation. So what you got to do is you've got to say things like, what's your view on whatever the topic is? Or, you know, calling out specific people and saying,
What's your view
what do
on
you think
curly
about
hair and fresh cuts? Ooh.
what's your view on the curly hair and fresh cuts? Yeah. So if you've got that, then you can guide the conversation in a place not to where you want it to go, where you've already determined, and we've talked about that already, but in a way that says, I care about what you think, and I'm going to slow down and listen. And even when I just want to say, this is what we should be doing, but you've got to get those different views in, and you've got to avoid your own biases in that if you really want to get to the best answer. If you just want to do what you want to do, then everything we've talked about really just doesn't even matter.
Well, honestly, stop watching our videos too.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Hit the unlike button.
Yeah.
No, don't hit the unlike. That hurts my feelings.
It does hurt. Kills puppies too.
Yeah. So you got to ask open-ended questions, and if you ask a question that starts with why, it sounds accusatory if you're the leader. So don't start with why in a question. Do start with why you're doing what you're doing, but don't start with why in a question, because it sounds like that person has to defend themselves. You could say, interesting, tell me more about that. Oh, what do you think about this other idea? Or something like that. That is how you get open-ended questions. So that's what I got for open-ended questions.
Awesome. And what I want to talk about is stop playing politics. And to be honest, like, I used to be terrible at this, you know, after a meeting, because when I was a younger leader, I knew better than everybody, right? Smartest one in the room, according to me and my mom.
Yep.
And when the meeting was over, talking to people about, you know, why that's a terrible idea and what we need to do. That is terrible. Like, I should not have done that. And that was probably immaturity and my age. And so I've gained some wisdom. You could see the gray hair. Look at that right there. Like that,
one single crazy gray hair just boing.
That's Better Leaders, Better Schools is built on that right there. That's the wisdom. So if I cut that, we're all in big trouble. But I used to be terrible. So you have to commit. And I'm at a place now that I'm better at this. Don't second guess what the team decides within the meeting, even if you have a different opinion. Say that you're all in. And if you get pulled into some hallway chatter, as hard as it is to say, no, I'm not going to participate, don't. Avoid it. So either walk away, respectfully say, you know, this is us talking at the water cooler, and we need to be on the same page. Like, you need to avoid that stuff. Don't appeal to decisions to the higher ups. Like, I was so mad as a principal if a teacher jumped, not because I'm the boss or I had the title, but because it's disrespectful to jump over someone and go to their supervisor if you never had a freaking conversation. Don't do that. Like, that is so wrong. Clarify with your boss. If if an idea or initiative, a project conflicts with your core values, your principles, or you think it conflicts with the organization's values and principles, have a conversation around it, get clarity. But again, avoid this the politics part. Think about how can you be the first one to support, not necessarily within the meeting, say I'm all in, like that's a good part, but after the meeting. So is that sending an email? Is that just starting to have one-on-one conversations? This is what we decided. I'm so excited about, the direction we're moving in, that kind of thing. So be fast in how you can support the decision. And that's what you need to do. So if you can stop playing politics, ask those open-ended questions like Jethro's talking about, you're definitely going to have better meetings. So let's finish up this video. Jethro, tell us about the best year ever.
So one of the things that I mentioned before is that a lot of the things that I've been adding have come from this book, No Fail Meetings by Michael Hyatt. And I'm a big fan of Michael Hyatt.
Me
and
too.
for the last 3 years, I've been doing his course, 5 Days to Your Best Year Ever. And so I asked him if I could help promote that to his people. And so if you go to transformativeprinciple.org/bestyearever, then you can get information about that. And it is really awesome because it makes a huge difference in your life. And I've done amazing things because of being part of that course. But I think the most important thing, Danny, and I know you'll appreciate this, is that I've done this course with my wife for the last 2 years.
Hey, all right.
And doing the course together has brought us closer together, help us focus on what each other's goals are, and helped us support each other in a better way. So my wife's probably not going to like that I'm going to share this, but I'm going to because it's awesome. So my wife is a very talented,
better you than me, buddy.
very talented and artistic person. Real quick, she makes Christmas cards and other kind of cards. They're beautiful. They're handmade, and she's just really talented. She started painting last year. She took up watercolor painting. Had never done it before, but jumped in and said, "This year I'm going to display my art publicly 3 times," and she did that. How cool is that? Boom.
That's awesome.
And for her, who's pretty shy and doesn't want to like get out there with her talents, she's amazing. And this course helped her come out of her shell and establish a goal that was challenging for her, but also beneficial for her and for our family. Because when she's using her talents and using the gifts that God gave her, she is a much happier person, just like we all are. So transformativeprinciple.org/bestyearever. Thanks so much. Have a great day. That's it.
Bye-bye for now.
I got my hands on your body, so tell me what you want me to do.
Here we go. We're recording.
I can be good or be naughty.